All right, so what I did here, guys, was I drew a little graph of what relics are. So gear, this is by Gear, by the way. So we got the Earth here. We have this little red dot that symbolizes. Let me just zoom in on it a little bit. So this little gear, this whole relics thing is gonna kind of throw you guys off a little bit. But here we go. The red dot here is Mount Kilimanjaro, or no, what is it called? Mount Everest. That's the highest point on Earth right now. So we got that, and then we got the moon. So what do these represent? I'll tell you right here. So the gear 12 here that we have right here is the Earth. Gear 13 is this Mount Everest. And then all the way over here, let's just come over here. All the way over here in this little area that goes all the way to the moon, that, my friends, is gear 14, otherwise known as relics. Let's just rewind a little bit. The path from here all the way to the moon is so you get gear 13, right? And then you get the gear or level 0 of relics, and then this, like, let's just say 0, this is all the way up to infinity. So honestly, it can go past the moon. This can go to infinity and beyond, but this is just like my representation of it for you guys to see. This separates the game immensely, and it should be of a concern to literally everybody in the game. Doesn't matter what you are, all the way from free to play to a Kraken. I'm making this video because I was watching Operation Metaverse, sorry. I was watching RSG's stream about them chatting about this, and there's a lot of good points. I'm not going to chat about it all too much, and this video is not going to take long. I will leave a link to their stream in the description below if you guys want to check this out. But pretty much, this will kill the game if they don't address more stuff on it, because as of right now, there's too much of a gear crunch as of right now. With all the cryos, guns, carbs, all that crap, but even more so with this unused gear that we're not going to be able to know what it's going to be really used for outside of relics, because relics with this unused gear, and their scrap is what they call it, you'll be out of gear on that crappy gear. Nobody uses that kind of gear. You'll be out of it by the time you reach like level 4, maybe level 7 on like specific characters, and that's like a whole different topic, because if you're only working on like one specific tune, you can get that guy up to a relic level of like 20 plus, or just something stupid crazy, and just imagine like what the stats are on the Maliks. Or you can be smart about it and try to diversify where you're spending it, but there is not enough information for me to say that this is good for the game as of right now. There's a lot of missing pieces. We just got the post on it today, but that goes more in depth on it. And honestly, this won't kill me playing the game. I'm going to still enjoy playing the game, but this puts a massive damper on the whole experience of this game. You just went from hitting us hard with gear 13s, and honestly, it probably wasn't that hard of a hit. It just takes a little bit of a time constraint to get the gear 13. But once you introduce this whole relic system and gear 14 and to infinity and beyond, this just kind of makes me a little bit nervous. It's kind of hard to take a deep breath and like, okay, what do I do now? I still don't know what I'm going to do here. There's just so much possibilities, but I just want to now show you guys this picture. This picture was in the post. You got Dooku's lightsaber, you got Zeb's whatever shock thing that he's using. Basically, these are just for their weapons. There is nothing like nothing that they wear, nothing like armor. This is literally just weapons, pretty much. So if they're not going to call it relics, just call it weapon amplifiers, because that's all this is. So this is on the left here. You can see this is from 3.2 to a 5.1. If it's going to be by the point system, there's a lot of different points this can be in. And as you can see, actually, no, I take it back. It looks like it's 3.2 to 5.1, so never mind on that. But I just want to show you guys the point here. This 3.2 to 5.1, you get a nice boost in all these HP stats. And honestly, this would be great to have. But I mean, even here you can see, like, it doesn't look like it's that crazy of gear. 30, 40, 20, 20, 15. So it looks like the ones on the right are a little bit harder to get. And this is why we don't know the whole info on this. We need to really just get more info on these specific gears and what we're going to be needed to crunch down that gear and turn it into this to this, you know, salvage type of thing. And pretty much if you think about it, this is just salvage, like in mods, but this is for gear. This is pretty much like mods, but for gear, if you think about it. And then you go over here to this one, to Zeb's. You can see it requires a lot more compared to this older one on Dooku. There is 3 more spots here, and there's another one here. 35, 25, 20. That 35 looks to be like a bitch. And then you can see here that the stats. Let's just zoom in on it a little bit, guys. Let's see. I want to show you guys this because this is really important. You can see here, this is current strength 11. This level. It's current at 11 and goes to 12.9. Don't know. This is like I'm saying we need more info on this, but it says here that the levels go from like 11 to 12.9. I'm not too sure what that means, but that's a pretty big jump, I would say. You get 20k almost HP, a shit ton of extra physical damage, and just everything else in this is just ridiculously stupid. And like I said earlier, if this is going to be, you know, something where to get to this level, it's going to take like pretty much all your gear in the game that you have right now. That would be just ridiculous, guys. I don't want it to be that, and I hope that this can get addressed. Hopefully they could like CG. I know they did in the past like a live stream on some of the stuff. I would like to see a live stream and like a Q&A type of things with this, because there's just a lot of missing info here. But just like looking at it, bare bones with what they just showed us with this new update, it is not looking pretty, and I'm not excited for this, guys, at all. I think the whole thing of relics and having like these weapons, upgrading them to upgrade the character and level the character up a little bit to make their stats a little bit better is cool and all, but this is just like they like made this at a specific time in this game to just screw everybody, really. I'm not sure if they want to do this so they don't have to worry about the gear in the future, and that's what it looks like. It looks like Gear 13 is the last gear level, and then relics after that is the end. It's the end game, pretty much. And this could like totally kill the game off. If you guys want to think about it, this could just ruin like the experience of like GAC and TW, because like what if you're in GAC and you just like somebody has like a Malak that they just place all this shit on, you know, like a level 12.9 with all this crappy HP protection, all that stuff. That Malak's gonna stomp your ass, and if you place that on defense, you are not gonna have a fun time. Just think about that. So kind of my thoughts on this. I don't like it at all. Like I said, RSG, I was just watching their stream about this. They went into a lot of better points on it, so I'm going to just leave their link to it in the description below. I just want to show you guys that my thoughts on this this topic, and I'm not a fan of it. I thought Gear 13 was kind of annoying and a little bit, rushed, I guess you could say. But this is just absolutely rushed. This was timed as a really crucial changing time in this game. Like, this game is going through a lot of extra content, and we got a Malak for the second time, and you would think that's going to take a little bit longer to get like another Malak, and it seems like that's going to be kind of rushed too. Everything around this game right now has just been rushed through the roof. I don't like it. I want to just be able to work on other teams for GA, but this is going to just, it's not going to be fun. Like, if you thought like the whole gear crunch right now is bad, you guys are in for a treat here. This whole year will be considered the Great Depression of gear year. The Great Gear Crunch is what I'm going to call it. This is not fun at all. I hope that you guys stay with the channel, stay with the game. I'm going to still do content to the game. I just am kind of nervous about this part of the game and what they're adding. So, yeah. In the post, I did go over 1 through 3 is pretty damn easy. 3 to 7, this one's level 6 is really tough. If that's the case, like, I'm okay with it, but they got to give us more info, because on the 4 to 7, like, what gear are we going to be needed to crunch down and to use as these scraps? Like, we don't know that. So what I'm just going to guess here is just going to be something crazy, like maybe cryos, maybe like carbs, crap like that. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's a little bit more accessible. If it's not, then this is going to suck. Like I said, there's a lot more info needed to be done on this and to chat over. This was completely rushed, and if I was CG, I would expect them, from the backlash on this whole stuff right now, I would expect them to do some sort of touch up and look over it a little bit more, and maybe if they're not going to, give us some more info on what this really is, and if it's really just worst case scenario here, that's not good at all. I really hope it's not. But going back to this picture here to just wrap it up, guys. Gear 12 is the Earth. Gear 13 is Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth. And then from Mount Everest to the moon is kind of Gear 13 0 level for the scraps, or for the relics rather, all the way up to infinity. This can go as high as at least to my knowledge, it can go as high as you want it to. So I don't like this aspect. Hopefully, I just want this to be addressed. I'm not a huge fan of it all. I'm not, I'm not like going to rant too much. I'm just saying that this is a really bad thing to add into a game right now. And hopefully, you guys agree with me. If you guys don't, let me know why. I'm pretty sure everybody I've come in contact with about this issue, everybody hates it, and they just really feel like it's rushed. And there's not enough info to make me feel, good about it. I'm very pessimistic. I would like to be more optimistic about this type of stuff, but it is just not looking good right now, guys. So that's today's video. Go check out RC stream about this. My thoughts on it, I don't like them at all. I give this a big F on a scale from S to F. This is the lowest tier of things I could add in this game right now, so I'm not a fan of it. Go check out a lot of the other guys' streams tonight. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload this tonight or tomorrow, but that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys like it, and that's it.